Hello, my soccer universe. It is time to review all the jerseys for the German Bundesliga season 22-23. And for me, this is special insofar as I have 15 out of the 18 Bundesliga teams in my collection, which is the most for any league this season. So I'm very, very happy. And even the missing three are well within reach, but there's a World Cup coming up that takes a little bit of a center stage at this moment. But I may complete the 18 during the season, but let's see how it will go. In any case, I selected all the pictures that you will see in this video online. I made screenshots. My main source was, of course, Footy Headlines, but for some reason they don't have the Puma team, so I got the pictures from there. And if I couldn't find a picture with just the jersey, but it was on the mannequin, I went usually to the club store webpage or whatever, got the picture from there, and there's only one jersey so far that, and it will be the very last one in the fourth part, that I have not yet found a nice picture. So by the time I edit it, it might actually be that it's all nice. So that's how I got the pictures. How did I then do the teams within the videos? Now, first off, we have here 18 teams, which means we have two videos. The first two where we will have 5 teams each, and then we have 2 videos where we have only 4 teams each, which actually is quite nice in a way. And then I take last season standings and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on. And you know, for video 1, I take all the teams with a 1, video 2, all the teams with number 2, and so on. And so, in this video, we have Leipzig, Union Berlin, Wolfsburg, and Bochum in this part 4. And while I'm wearing Union Berlin, we actually will start at a lowly Bochum. Although it's not so lowly, they are a team that actually should be probably more often in the Bundesliga than they are. They're in a way, I don't want to say Bundesliga royalty, that's not. But they're a team that have been consistently enough in the Bundesliga. And the most interesting part about Bochum is that they are with Mizuno, like Lazio, that we will see in the Serie A review. And I gotta say, I have not seen many Mizuno shirts. This Bochum shirt, while maybe not as pleasing as the last 2 Nike shirts, I have to say I give it credit for looking really, really nice. I mean, you will always get me with a dark blue and light blue combination. The only thing I wish that the pattern would a little bit make more sense, either in terms of the club. I also do miss, I mean, they are going now with the crest being in a darker blue. Bochum used to be like this really nice royal blue, so I do miss that a little bit. I would like to have a return like a bit more than Schalke, although I think they're going for the darker tone exactly because of Schalke. But overall, gotta see, it's a pleasing jersey. Really like it. 7 stars. And they take for the away jersey, they take the lighter blue, and it looks very much like the Leverkusen home jersey from design wise, because the collar and the sleeve cuffs are doing the same thing. It is enough contrast, but you know, it's a blue jersey. I think for me this would be better if this was the third jersey, and what we see as a third jersey would be the away jersey. But other than that, I don't really dislike it like at all. I also have to point out that the sponsor for a small team like Bochum is really non-intrusive at all. And there's also a little patterning in there. I think it's a 6. Let's be fair. I mean, it's nothing too special, but it is a really nice jersey. And I said at the away jersey, it's slightly an off-white ivory. It has more or less the same design as the away jersey. So in that sense, it just makes a little bit more sense. Again, a lighter blue I would have liked, but I have to say this one I do like a little bit better. I think this the white gives it a lot more prominence. I think it would look even better if this was, if the accents were also more of a royal blue. So for that reason, I'm also gonna stick with 6 here. Yes, let's give it 7. The home jersey color-wise looks the best, but has an odd design. The other 2 are really well working jerseys. So a small brand can actually, and we see this very often, a small brand can deliver actually quite some nice jerseys. Which is staggering because the biggest brand of them all produce absolute dreck like that one for Leipzig here. Positives. Well, it is the classic Red Bull look. I do like that they are the gray and especially the red specks in there that make it a little bit more interesting. The red specks also kind of alleviate the biggest complaint I have with this jersey, which is why is this trapezoidal thing here? Why is this colored in red? Keep it in the same white tone and it looks alright. It would look boring, but now it looks horrible. Again, with the red specks on the bottom, it looks only half bad. But when I saw this, I said, of course, they take Leipzig. Leipzig does mind of taking a temperature, and we really accentuate every little panel of this horrible template. It looks awful. Red Bull jerseys don't look great usually from the get-go, unless it's this wonderful away jersey they have hanging there. But this one is just not good. The home jerseys for Red Bull always don't like them. It's simply awful. Is it awful enough to go for the lowest grade? Nah, but it's a 2.5. Let's give it 3, but it's a 2.5. The away jersey in red, it's kind of a new tone for Leipzig. Holds a lot more interest because there is some pattern in there. I would just either decide this way or this way, not this grid pattern. Grid patterns don't work. See the Inter away kit that was like a tic-tac-toe shirt. That is a little bit bothersome. There's a little bit crosses in there. It doesn't quite do it for me, but it's not a bad one. So I would go with 5 for this one. And then the best one is, as usual, the dark ones, which does something very similar as the away jersey, but it sticks with one direction. It's kind of the stripes with a red, and this is interesting. And I have to say, for Leipzig, Nike have delivered over the years some really interesting dark jerseys, and this is definitely one of them. That one is probably it's not probably, it is the best of the bunch, and even the logo looks actually quite nice here. The sponsor logo. So huge credit to them. That is an 8-star, and I would wish that they would wear this all the time, but they will wear a lot of the crazy white stuff, which I do not like. Which really means we go now from the one extreme of in sort of how the teams are constructed to the other in Union Berlin, which is just purely fan owned in every regard. And as much as I like Union, the one knock I had always on them, that Adidas is giving them very boring jerseys. Not this time around. It might not be your classic Union look. And I have to say, this one is not a bad overall because there's the yellow in there, but most of the time Union jerseys have been kind of bland. I do like the striped look. I actually do, and I think look at how the sponsor is nicely outlined. It looks really nice. The one thing is, maybe it would have been better to have had maybe make the red a little bit more prominent, but overall, it's a really nice jersey. It's a really nice jersey that I enjoy seeing. I'm a little bit sad that I decided, last season I need a Union jersey, and I went for this one because this one would have been better. But then, I need one. So there you go. As far as striped jerseys go, this is right up there with the nicest one of them. And so I'm gonna go with an 8-star look. Cannot go wrong. Only if the sleeves were strapped, that would be even better. However, with the away jersey, you lose me. Beige, one colored. It's just odd. It's just a bit boring. 4 stars. And then we have the third jersey, which I actually enjoy, and probably this is also a little bit on my list. Black with those specs. That is interesting. That is really an interesting jersey to look at. I like it almost better than the home jersey, but I'm gonna give it the same grade with 8 stars, because if it had then some connection to the club or to the team or to the part of the city, it would be better. But I really like the idea behind this shirt, and so let's give this 8. And we are at the last team, which is Wolfsburg. Again, going back to the corporate teams. And Wolfsburg is sticking up for a third season in a row with the bright green, but now heavily patterned. I have some Pacific Northwest vibes when I look at this one. The one thing that I have to say positive here is, this is again this weird Nike template, but with all the swirly lines. you actually don't really see the panels, which is a plus in this case. And the other thing is, look at the angles. They line up perfectly with the Volkswagen logo. That, and I know Wolfsburg is of course the team of Volkswagen, so it actually works quite nice this way. I also think that the navy accents work really, really well. I do not like coloring the crest differently, but I have to say, when you have this bright green and then have the crest also bright green, do you see here on that Wolfsburg jersey, you barely see the crest. You see more the Volkswagen logo, and the same thing is true for this one. That on the back they have this arc, which I haven't mentioned for most of the thing. It looks a little bit odd in play. There is a wolf's head in there as well. But I gotta say, this is not a bad jersey. It really isn't, but it's also, I was about to give it 6, let's give it 7. Actually, which is probably the grade that I've dished out the most in this one. I really love the away jersey, although this is greenish and not black, but I really, really like this one. When I got this Wolfsburg jersey, I actually went to get a very similar looking away jersey that sold out in no time. This one looks really, 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 really good. Simple yet effective. And here they colored the crest slightly differently. I think if you go on the light green jersey with a navy crest, it would look right. This is a 9-star. I really love the dark green, light green color combination, especially with the name set on the back. And then, not sure how official this has been released. I only find this rather odd looking picture, an orange third jersey. I don't necessarily see the need for it, but potentially they need it, I guess. Otherwise they wouldn't have released it. It looks really odd, and it might be the coloring. And the swoosh and the Volkswagen logo don't really fit with each other, but this might be just the way the lighting fell on this picture. It's not one that is endearing itself to me a lot. Yes, green and orange probably is not a bad color combination, but it just doesn't look quite right. I'm going 4, and that's it. We have seen all the jerseys that have been released by mid-October in the Bundesliga, and yeah, it's very interesting to look at this. I really think that the Bundesliga has been improving a whole lot over the past few years, and I think they are slowly becoming also a little bit of a collector's paradise, if I may say so. If there weren't all these corporate clubs in there, that's maybe the one downside. In any case, please let me know which jerseys in this video you did like and where you agree and disagree with me. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like these, and I will talk to you soon. Bye! Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, here are some videos and playlists that you might enjoy too. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the little bell icon so that you get notified whenever something happens in my soccer universe. And with that, have a wonderful day. Bye!